We'll begin with questions and start with Daniel Nora from Univision.
Hola Cristian, gracias por tomarte el tiempo de estar acá. Te quería preguntar sobre el rol que tienen todos en el equipo. Recién Anthony decía que todos saben bien qué le aportan al equipo y qué tienen que hacer. Después del partido frente a Honduras, creo que tomó una importancia mayor la de los suplentes de este equipo. ¿Cómo es ese mensaje de Greg para mantenerlos a todos metidos y a todos sintiéndose importante de cara a los partidos que vienen? Porque a la larga todos quieren jugar y tener minutos.
Sí, como dijiste, es bien importante para Greg enseñarle a todos los jugadores que tienen la capacidad de ser titulares en el equipo, pero solo puede poner 11. Y sabiendo que tenemos 5 cambios, tiene que dar la mensaje que todos pueden ayudar al equipo en un partido, y se vio eso contra Honduras. Los suplentes entraron con confianza, pero la verdad el técnico hace muy bien dando esa confianza a todos los jugadores.
Next will be Brian Strauss from Sports Illustrated.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Hey, Christian. You guys have a couple of players who are capable of balancing a defense on their own in Christian Pulisic and Gio Reyna, and neither of them are going to be with the team this time. And so you've played with them and played without them. So I'm just curious, how do tactics, how do responsibilities, how do maybe instincts you have on the field change when guys like that are missing, and maybe it has to become more of a collective effort than sort of hoping Christian can beat a couple guys?
Yeah, we're losing talent for sure. Without Christian and Gio, those guys play in the top teams in the world, and they're capable of unbalancing a team. We're losing a lot of quality guys that dribble and find that final pass. However, on the flip side, now we have more runners. We have guys that are playing off the ball. Less ball to feet, and now more into space. So we can really stretch guys in behind with the players that we have here. But look, it's next man up mentality. We know those guys are rooting for us really hard, and we have the guys that can get the job done here at camp.
Next will be Ron Blum from the Associated Press.
Hey, Christian. What is the challenge of this schedule of playing every third day with 2 days off versus the normal schedule for you? What do you have to do differently in recovery and preparation because of that? And how difficult is it to play 3 of those in a 7-day period?
Yeah, certainly it is tough on the body. The amount of travel that we have to do is tough, but in the end, we're still at an advantage. We have a deep enough squad to rotate guys, to get guys on the field without a drop-off in quality. And, that's the most important thing for us. That's the attitude that we have. We got to embrace the challenge. We have to embrace the travel conditions, the short rest, and get on with it. The important thing for us is to get results, and if we embrace the tough environments and accept that it's going to be tough, we'll be all right, and we'll be just fine.
As Greg has mentioned, from the last 3 game set, we started 21 different players in the 3 matches, 22 total played during the window. Next, we'll go to Chris Bills.
Thanks. Hi, Christian. Welcome to Austin. I know you were here the first time around. I was curious on your takeaways from the first match at Q2 and your own experience of what it feels like, how much different it is from the players' side. I think the fans are going to experience the difference between a Gold Cup match and a World Cup qualifier. But to you, what's been the difference there? And what do you expect to see on Thursday compared to your first experience here in Austin?
Well, I think my first experience here in Austin was fantastic. It was great. It was a 1-0 win against Qatar. I remember vividly after Qatar misses their PK, how loud the stadium got, and that really lifted us in that moment. So I expect nothing less from Austin because they have such a great crowd and great fans. Secondly, the pressure in World Cup qualifying is what is going to change the intensity of the game, what's at stake. So we'll see two urgent sides in Jamaica and the U.S. that want to win, and I think that's going to be the main difference between the Gold Cup game and this game.
Next will be Claudio Villalobos.
Cristian, se dice muchas veces en fútbol que un equipo no es tan malo como su último mal resultado, ni tan bueno como su último gran resultado. Si vemos el primer campamento de los Estados Unidos, habría que decir que por los primeros partidos andaba mal el equipo, o se podría decir eso. Y si se ve el último resultado de la goleada en Honduras, alguien podría decir que Estados Unidos está volando. ¿Cuál es realísticamente, como se ve el equipo en este segundo campamento, de acuerdo a lo que se espera, su funcionamiento en lo que viene?
Pues para nosotros, yo creo que después del partido contra Honduras nos sentimos muy bien, con confianza. Como dijiste, no tenés que tener un gran cabeza cuando estás bien alto ni tan bajo. Pero la verdad, con los suplentes que entraron, sentimos que en el segundo tiempo hicimos muy bien en ese partido y tenemos que usar ese partido y todo lo bueno que hicimos para jugar muy bien contra Jamaica. Pero la verdad, metiendo 4 goles afuera de casa, después de perdiendo 1-0, tenemos mucha confianza para este partido.
Next will be Charles Bone from MLSsoccer.com.
Hey, Cristian, I'm not sure how much opposition prep you've done yet, but I'm curious what your outlook is on Jamaica, a team that, has a lot of quality in the pool, but, their strongest 11 wasn't actually their best performance in the last window. And I wonder what you think of kind of what you expect from them and the talent that they can put out in its first strength 11.
Yeah, I think this will be one of the strongest Jamaica sides that will play, and it'll be a difficult game. The amount of physicality, athleticism that they provide is something that we have to be aware of, both on the counter and also, taking advantage, because once they go forward in numbers, and they can leave themselves exposed in the back. So, it'll be a difficult game because it's they're using really their key guys that they were unable to use in the last cycle, and we're looking forward to it. That's what World Cup qualifying is all about, and the competition that it brings.
Next will be Paul Tenorio from The Athletic.
Hey, Cristian. Like you said, it will be a different group this time around than it was in the Gold Cup, but it was a difficult quarterfinal game, 1-0 result that you guys had in the Gold Cup. You came in and helped change the game, had the assist to Matthew to win it, and you talked in that game about how you kind of came in and they inverted the triangle and took advantage of those wide spaces. What can you take away from that quarterfinal win and from your performance, and maybe apply it to this game and this Jamaica team? Thank you.
Yeah, I think Jamaica was really good in that game, and I felt like our players were up for it in that game. In particular, Callan Acosta, who set the tone. Counterattacking is something that we need to do a really good job of in this game, and taking advantage in wide areas. I felt that in the Jamaica game they dropped off when we try to run in behind, and that's just going to create a lot of space out wide. So being able to exploit the wide areas, and also getting runners in the box. If good things happen when we have a lot of guys in the box, and that's how we got our goal, and that's how we can punish Jamaica. But in the end, we have to have a complete game in order to win and do all the little things to help our team to be successful.
Next will be Doug McIntyre from Fox.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, Christian. Thanks for doing this. I asked Anthony this. I'll ask you the same thing. But Greg talked about the focus, the mentality, the urgency, what have you, not being where it needed to be early on last camp. Curious how this one compares so far. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been great. I think, with the short window, guys coming from all different places, your head can be a little bit elsewhere, just based on all the travel and the human nature aspect of it. With all COVID and all that stuff going on. But we set the tone early in camp as players. The message has been great from the coaching staff, and I think our guys are ready to compete against a strong side in Jamaica. But we're ready to rock. Our guys have prepared mentally and physically. Now we're gonna have our match day -1 tomorrow, and have a really good outing in front of a good crowd.